really great show tonight. So I'll go with 10 without 11. So I'll say SmackDown was really high Smackdown show tonight. So this was a best of this of a night. So if you want to subscribe in this channel, in the top below my screen. And if you want to subscribe in any channel you want to subscribe to, you get one membership, the screen right at the bottom. You get one subscriptions at very bottom of my screen. And you get one sticker in the top right there. So I also love this southmate between John Cena. So I also like this southmate between him. This was an incredible SmackDown. Those highlights and reviews and recap. So this is what I've been doing this for almost about when I started to 2018, 2 years. I've been working hard so much about a very long time. So let's go to SmackDown Live right here. So we got he was a 17th World Championship number 1 champion. The champ is here. I just said 3 teams who were competent to compete in a TLC match later into the show. I just will assume was arriving. As I did before, we got a WrestleMania recap video. After when we went live to the area of John Cena made his way to the ring today. After of fans of selling booths in sales, some fans in Texas. After we is still a pro John Cena, but most were against him. So he was before the 17th time World Champion, undisputed champion, of course. I couldn't say a single word when the artist's music hit to interrupt him. I think when the artist gave John Cena some advice, but in the end, he told him he needs to have some kids so he could get back to who what he is. And when John Cena said he doesn't have kids because he has spent a plus 25 years raising that anyone else of kids he made fun of a kid at the ringside. After who flip him off to prove his after this statement point. So after they talked for the quote sometime in silence Doug we just held in. After he marked that the crowd would not bring loyalty, and it wasn't really bringing him as a outcast for not focusing further on getting survival, which silenced him to put the title on the line, right? And then but Cena said no, because it should happen at Backlash on May 10th. So we'll play out for next month, too. So I think we're seeing John Cena in alternate must to intact is nothing new. In fact, I think we have seen them write more than almost anyone else in WWE. but seeing them work with a different thematic like this. This was interesting when you often has a good guy and when Cena has a bad he was a bad guy has a fun it made it feel fresh. And it just was better than Cena's pummel on lasting on the wall, but it just did of that. So I just saw Tester has confirmed that the sword owl will be to Incommensa free. I just meant Cena made the WWE new ring announcer give it different. It used it once. He got to see the ring installed right in front of him as he gave the new intro. And you went Randy Orton to describing what senior kids would look like. This was hilarious. I just went seen it line, but Orton bring Fortune at Fortune title ring. I think he makes no sense because it was never such one more title in WWE. I think he was while he was become a Serbian. So I just said the past when John Cena and Randy Orton passed back in Henderson Mats back in 2010 maybe. I'll say about 2010 for the Henderson match. So here we go again. So we got tag team match. We got Damien Priest with Excium. Do debuts against Los Agassiz. Just a fourth match of the night, we saw Enzo and Brito take on Damien Priest with Excium. Also who we're looking to rebound after dropping the NXT titles at standard level, and then Priest and Excium took control right away, and is still high, flying offense to mid-train the open hand, but Las Vegas turned to the tide and did a favor. Once it has a cut to the blade. After we returned, White has Damien Priest got a hot tag and started going on a rampage when Enzo hit a silver kick when Damien Priest was 8 minutes so it to stop his. I just heard a quote saying this is awesome. Also has the two parties of artists did what they do. Move it top to the best this planet. And this was an exciting match that showcased I just said the abilities of all 4 men with almost every single thing, and they did it with science perfectly. I did a combo splash fly on 450 splash and scored nearly percent science in the win and what so Testo called their Smackdown debut. I just thought it looks like we might be seeing more of the former NXT Tag Team Champions is an enforcer and the winner of this match, the enforcer and Xayam. I just said away Xayam fell out after the ring and she went Angel low plus him look painful and instant super kick has the enforcer. I just was going for a Minnesota look awesome. I just both these teams are really great at timing spots, so they look the best that they can do. In next match, we got Tammy Strine goes one-on-one against Cargill. So after the break, Jamie Stone came to the ring and celebrate her win over Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41. After it didn't take that long for Sid Cargill to interrupt her, I just think Sid beating Charlotte only put a bigger target on Jamie's back. I didn't know that she is done with Naomi and she wants a title shot. I was asked that WWE Women's title they ended up agreeing to have a match right away. I just thought a referee came down and it got started after the break. I just meant say Coker had a slight size and power and rise, but not by a much. Jimmy is a strong competitor and made sure to let Sade know she was not going to be pushed around and used to having little expenses working together. Also, but you could see that lack of chemistry in a few places. And they still made a most of what they did look good, but certain things that didn't work still out me a bit. I just sometimes when two people are giving this to working together and a lack of smoothness, and it can make things look more competitive, which happened a few times here. As you went, Terry running a most trip when going for her main soul, but she saved it, knowing for her Chicago evolved the impact 8 minutes later. As you went, Naomi ran down, attacked Sade to cause a DQ match Midnight sacks her up to attack Terry in a few moments later. And the winner on this match, Sade Cargill. As you went, Terry Stewart has done a good job playing has a baby face. And you without sucking up to the crowd as out of nowhere. She was basically the same person. As you see, always was, but if she is fighting heels instead, the focus is for the best because she is not the kind of this character work. I just should be sucking up to the fans. I just looked like Sade had trouble getting Terry up for a vertical simplex, so they abandoned it wait for the blow up. I just was good recover and look almost announcement so simplex spot was look good. So it was a good show. It was a good match. So I just buying the blood is tangled in and water, but gold is tangled in blood. I just went second Foster came out with Southern Color. I just to the plate. Other two simply in his United States championship win all every night had a WrestleMania. After when Southern Color said nobody in his family wanted part two in WWE except for him, he took credit for part two is not only playing in WWE. But for his title win to succeed, Mr. Robertson mic away from him and said he did exactly what he said he was going to do by winning. I just went every night marching down to come out. was giving him the credit for beating him. Andrew went fell into the middle of the ring, but said it won't happen again. Andrew went to McIntyre came out next. The former world champion is speaking about being getting pleased and complaining about when the audience subbing a line ahead of him when he getting retired shot. And when Nick Aldis came out and to bring awful to book this match between Aaron Knight versus Drew McIntyre with the original US title shot. I just said the crowd loved that idea. And this was an entertaining announcement and set up a few primitive distractions. And you went Jerry can go with for to the title ring and it went record with very point by numbers. And you put all 4 minute work. I just said a quote thinking Fatu name after his music stopped. That was a cool moment. And just said the fans was possibly loving second part 2. And Jelly Wee will be raised to the play and he just build more adjusted with Sasakura before they have a match. Every night was supposedly was funny in his last minute. As he has good chemistry on the mic versus about 81. And next mascot Sasson Green goes 1-on-1 against Sonina Vega. After we went from the men's US title to women's US title with Sasson Green to undefeated silver belt against Sonina Vega. Power Newman in upper part wheel by Green side has always a secret. It also helped Sasson Green grind in a field of advice before it commits a break. But Vega fought back and message to take a 12 after we return. Power Newman tripped her right in front of the referee and then he caught on a fall about to attack her, so he insulted both of them from a wayside that couple of seconds later. And you went Sonny Vega hit Cold Red to get the pin into the win. And you went Vega escaped anyway before Power Lemon and Albert Follow could get to her seat. Celebrate winning her fourth single title in WWE. And the inside Ernest just was big surprising title things of hands, but that is what makes it good. After whatever imaging was predictable and would be boring. And yes, it wasn't a very long match, but they worked together to make every minute count. And the winner of this match, Sonina Vega. I usually don't talk enough about how Secret also advice is a great name for Power Newman and Follow has a trio. They have done such has a good job taking more roles and making them fun. And you meant Sasha Green did a good job getting over the cold red, even though Vega wasn't able to get her legs under the Green's arms. So we have a big return, the return of Aleister Black, his big debut. Aleister and Miz came out and to complain about also how nobody respect him, he said. After when Mysterio went to someone he barely knows for help instead of him. So, after Randy Orton did the same thing, he said he is sick of seeing people get opportunities when he isn't. I just a light went out. It was Aster Black with a wife and his old NXT entrance that brought him straight up from the floor. I just a crowd chanted, "Welcome back, welcome back." Once it has Black stood up and took off his jacket off, he kneeled the Miz with Black mask without saying a word. And then he wasn't set into the ring as his music began to play, and this was as simple as it gets for a return announcement, but it worked because Black, his character work, has never been known as a big chuckle. So what if the Miz is his first real rivalry in WWE? So Black will likely score an easy win for next week or at Backlash. And to win the Miz running up white made very nice with Black dark gill. And to win Black is no longer had makeup around his eyes, and so it doesn't look like WWE will continue that storyline from his last one. And next match every night goes one-on-one against Drew McIntyre. After Nick Aldis made the match or the third hour of Smackdown kick off with every night, by Drew McIntyre for a shot at second fight 2 for United States Championship. After the belt ring has returned from a break, but they will slow to lock up to McIntyre had a physical size of eyes and used to take every night down and brag about it. A night took him down and begged right back a moment later. Anya was only agreed to the Scottish. Anya said great things about Knight. Anya he is the kind of vocal Anya who can go at any piece and make. So was it Anya it worked he can match speed with high falls and can play the power game with guys like the McIntyre. It allows him to work at any piece. And it is a valuable skill, and it was a miracle match it made such a big moments. The squashes stole out, but there were moments when it felt like he could have news to move a bit quicker to keep the crowd energy high. And you went subsequent so up and hit Knight with a Samoan spike. As a result, the referee was distracted up to McIntyre looked mad. It wasn't that he was about to be helped by someone he saw as an enemy, but he was unable to take advice of a moment. Just because Jimmy Priest saw up and to pull him out of the ring and beat him up. Just also formally put him through the announce table with a sound of heaven. Just so Slim Knight got in his face for causing a DQ, but both men were taken down by 2 of no real assessment and ended with 2 standing tall. Leslie having a multiple DQ finish on the same show is never ideal, but this was clearly done to set up a measurement match for the US title. So, as we should find out next week when it happened at Backlash. In this match, it's no contest. Here's the main event. So we got the Street Profits, Mythical DIY, was it Macho C, Machine Guns, and TLC Tag Title match. After this week in many ways wasn't the kind of match that should have been on the WrestleMania card, but since Smackdown intended, and it was treated to the triple threat interesting match between three of top teams in WWE. Marcus Ford and Izzy Dawkins, Chris Sabin and Alex Sully, and Sonya Gallo and Tommaso Ciampa. After we have had many encounters in recent months, I'm just putting them all in the ring for a high risk match like this was a great way to end the post of WrestleMania episode of Smackdown. We have all 6 men begin fighting as soon as the bell rang. And the Bud DIY came out and hits it. Tony sings and stayed tight to get a loud. And you went Chris Sabin and Alex Sully drop kick hit knocked them down. And this match was given a lot of time. Instead still with no commercials. I just felt like even longer. So I just said the bar has been high for TLC matches. I just for a long time, but these 3 teams did it mustn't job. Yeah. I think there was no standout performer in this one because all 6 people were giving everything they had. I think we saw some good spots, especially when it came to how of sales with news Ford, even news 8 fan. Classic Legs has a weapon at the one point. I think we got a hang pop from the crowd. It's hard to find a single thing to criticize because everything in this match has worked and made anyone look awesome. All 3 teams. I think we had a moment when it looked like either they would win, but in the end, it was Ford who took down the belts to climb victory. And the winner of this match, the Street Profits. And you made like interest music is no real new. Has it news to be it one of the bigger engaging things we have seen. The Profits didn't make out much better with the newest theme. Now you see Simba without a hang ball. It's going to be hard to get news too. And you went Marcus Ford and Doggins will Gill that paid a tribute to some uncles and which is a nice test in Texas. I just took away Doggins when Gallo head into the ring post was nasty into the spot with Alex Sully had blank wrapped with a seal on Gallo hitting it with almost it was nuts. And you went Doggins putting Haney Simba through a two-way spill from a loud was the spot as a night in the final ward. I just suppose WrestleMania episode of Smackdown at scheduled at Monday swore in both in ring as in storyline of this department. So we have a handful of permanent matches for Backlash we have set up, and Brad returned my after we have put his fourth feud into Moses to Las Vegas. It never feels exciting, put on a fun show, figured won the US title in a big surprising outcome, and seeing it Orton did a great job setting up the upcoming title match. I knew how it was the biggest highlights of the night was in the main event of TLC match with the Profits in July. Machine Guns are 6 of these men are highly gifted and foremost, so it should be a surprise and nobody to find out to put a great match with a lot of fun spots. And in fact, the TLC match we got might have been better than anything we saw it at WrestleMania this week. And in with terms of tournament, the best match of the week and cap off what might have been the best episode of Smackdown in 2025. So, I think it felt like every segment missing an advice at last. One storyline just was a first time a 3-hour episode as the blue brand felt like it lose every minute. It was a good show tonight. This was the best Smackdown episode ever. So let's go to my YouTube community poll for tonight. So give me 1 second. So if you like this Smackdown review tonight, please give it just like, subscribe to this review tonight. So it's gonna be a YouTube community poll. So we got 7% liked it. The show tonight on Smackdown. 7% is a like and 7% didn't like it. So let's go to my X poll. So give me 1 second here. So we got 7% liked it, 7% is a like, and 7% didn't like it. So this was fun on Smackdown tonight. So I've been watching exclusive of the new Women's United States Champion, Sunny Vega, her interview with Brian Saxton. So this was a fun moment here. So let's take a look at this one more time here. So this is Brian Saxton doing interview with Sunny Vega. Those two are in my Smackdown main roster are now here. So this is Aleister Black t-shirt are able now. It said Warners that NFL football draft tonight's already of NFL draft. So this is for on May 14th on AJ Dynamite on May 14th. So I'm glad to see Aleister Black is back in his big debut. I have seen him since almost about 2020 for a year. So Next, Mary May will be heading to WWE very soon. Glad to see her back. So next to Brace Polivek with the best days with Selena to graduate her. So this is John Cena way back in years like 2005 with Todd with this interview. This is for a long time of that. Yes, John Cena was in on the Split Championship. Yes. So this is new match will be coming up soon. I'm doing that later. So here's a new match for next Wednesday. It'll be Carter Fossil versus him and Adam Page. Here's a new match of John Cena will take on Randy Orton on the spotted WWE champion John Cena versus Randy Orton. So this was a great night. Yeah, I was thinking about John Cena could face Randy Orton's match. Just like way back to the day, I think. So I've been hearing this rumor about Bad Bunny is will be involved in a John Cena's and Travis Scott as a tag team match soon. I'm glad to see that coming. So Kevin Cross is planning to get extended opportunities on TV soon. Speaking of Wizard Votes Radio, that passed this pass. So, do you think Elizabeth will reportedly lead to Survivor 6 return soon? So let me know some of your thoughts in the comments below on my super chat below. So I'm gonna see doing South the Rock might help to John Cena's match. I think. So I just went I'm just crazy wallet match for the night for Smackdown of a TLC match. I'm glad to see that coming soon. So I just went Aleister Black is back and back. Now he was a part of the return to WWE after nearly 4 years today for Aleister Black. 4 years. So 4 years has been a long time for him for his long run career for NXT in WWE. This is a crazy amount of that between this. So this is for about 4 years today. So we have a new match for next week on Smackdown. So we got Aleister Black goes one-on-one against The Miz starting next week. May 4th. So let me see here. Yeah, I say hold on. May 28th and 29th, I think. So let's date put on. So Aleister Black was married to Selena Vega, is her wife. So and those two are married together for very last time. So Black is returning right in Aleister when Selena won her for his title. I love that. So, speaking of which, Nia Jax is not done with TV Stranding yet. We will save that for Backlash to play out the story of Nia Jax versus Timmy Stratton's match at Backlash very soon. So, maybe this is exciting now on Smackdown roster for now. So we got a whole stack of a top tag team division already. So, I say, we get so many tag team matches. I'm gonna see tag team Battle Royal. So, what do you guys think? Or this would be tag team Royal Rumble for next year's Royal Rumble tag team. I'm glad to see that into next year for 2026. So this was a bigger night. So, oh yeah, so Henry is delivery buying out, so Henry's TNA contract is coming up soon. So he might be leaving for TNA contract, I think. Oh yeah, it's more. Kevin Singh was at WrestleMania and is expected to be back anytime soon on PWInsider.com news. I got to see her at WrestleMania. I got to see her back again with Oscar again. I think. Oh yeah, it's more. Gojo has been suspended for last on Monday to tag Pat McAfee to soak out. Yeah, Gojo will be suspended for money fine. What he did to Pat McAfee to sort out. This is bad. So, yes, more. As report, PJ himself, Elizabeth is expected to return to delivery very soon alongside his White 6, with plans for what to be revealed at the allele of the facets of White 6. So, what do you guys are thinking about that? So, let me know some you got. I'm going to save that below. Wait a minute, hold on. Here's a quick formal update on this. I just did a formal top superstar, Baron Corbin calls the delivery out over for a treatment towards the Bailey at WrestleMania 41. Okay, this is strange. Here. Oh yeah, speaking of a backstage with R-Truth, when R-Truth says, R-Truth tells Son Cena he's proud of his childhood hero that Cena gave him the cold solo, and he walked away. And when Cena also said, "You've been going up, R-Truth." This is what he said. Cena, R-Truth was a hero of Son Cena, and he walked out the backstage. He said his thing. So this is This is so hilarious of R-Truth. Here's it, it's a character. This is so funny. I like R-Truth. Here's a good character wasn't of that. So Dwight has been tweeting this out. This is hi Dallas, Texas. Great day to work out. Oh yes, Kelly to be a manager very soon. So on the PW is a report that Kelly has been trained in her ring as well as during Palmer classes. And it was the idea that the date may turn on her into a manager. So Anderson's story did not say that was so. I didn't see will end up as a manager, only that she's been trained will confirm that she and do it right now. So working idea is to be a manager soon. I'm glad to see that coming. Of Kelly. So we will wrap it up soon. So that's the breaks part of that has been 20 years out. So I saw this screen here. So let me put the screen here. You guys want to see this in this moment here. So that's Triple H at backstage. Mel Simon and Larry Friesel as a backstage. So this was a good Smackdown tonight. So I had this small announcement for next week. So we do slight things of review will be starting at 10 o'clock starting next week on Monday Night Raw. Oh yeah. Oh, Sami Zayn was at the playoff game with Sami Zayn in attendance at Montreal, Canada. This is his hometown. I was surprised Sami Zayn was at playoff game tonight. I was shocked. So we will wrap it up and give a few minutes. So it's Eddie Kingston from AEW. He might be inspired to come up soon. Under his contract be up. I think it's Boy King with my World Champion tomorrow. With Ospreay. So tomorrow night we have AJ on cruising tomorrow night. This at the playoff game coast to coast tomorrow night. So we got a lot more to talk about. Some things here. Oh yeah. So I think has Travis Scott in his corner. And there only one choice left. I saw his pistol of ECW wrestler, I think. I don't remember his name. Hold on. I say Hardcore Harley with WWE so long. Yeah, Hardcore Harley with John Cena's team with Travis Scott. Hardcore Holly. I have seen him in the years. He's been sticking around with WWE, I think. So, oh yeah, Tony Khan's been tweeting this out. It says, thank you all. You watch at AEW. AEW is on its last one episode right now. We're very excited for tomorrow night for AEW All Inclusive. And don't miss the Hate Playoff process of 2025 on Saturday night. That's what Tony Khan's been tweeting this out. So we'll be wrapping up right now. So have a great Friday. Have a restful weekend. I'll see you guys for next week for Monday Night Raw. Is so much more. So we got lots of podcasts and everything. We get one stizzle. Don't forget to subscribe, like, subscribe, and just channel by BCW on my YouTube channel, youtube.com. And so much more. So have a good Friday. Have a restful weekend. I'll see you guys next week for Monday Night Raw. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.